I think we need to give ourselves a little permission to pout. And I don't mean, the guy that sits around and like, no matter what happens in his life, everything's terrible all the time. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the normal expression of irritation, of anger, of sadness that really doesn't have, what we would consider nowadays to have any real bearing on what the big picture is, right? We've convoluted this idea that like, to live is to always be happy, right? I mean, and trust me, I mean, I get it, right? Like, I follow the Dalai Lama on Facebook, and I'm constantly trying to have this really kind of like cool, respectful kind of coolness with the universe or whatever. But even he will tell you, I mean, if you read his book on joy, the joy comes from kind of accepting that everything kind of is what it is, right? That's the premise. It's not about always being super happy all the time. It is, even if you're angry, or even if you're irritated, or even if you're sad, accepting that that's the emotion that you have. But instead of that, we have this concept that like, unless you're over here and like, I'm awesome world and everything's great and I love my life, then you're somehow pathologized and said, no, you must be, there's something wrong with you because you're unhappy and you shouldn't be unhappy, right? No matter what your circumstances are, you're not allowed to be unhappy for quote unquote no reason. And if you've learned anything from our videos together, me and you, you know that going against the grain of what you feel is actually what causes problems, right? So here you are, you wake up and you're like, I hate today. If I could shoot shoot laser beams from my eyes and terminate all of these people, I would totally do it because I hate today. And what we know in the back of our head, which everybody usually knows in the back of their head, which is things are not that bad, right? I'm not like war torn in a country and like, there's so many things that could be worse, right? I get that. We all get that. We don't necessarily need to be reminded of it. What we need to be reminded of is the people that we love us, that love us and that care about us, love and care about us no matter what. So instead what we say is, no, you're not allowed to have this emotion. Don't you see all of this great reason that comes from a good place? It comes from a really good place. They just want to say, oh, it's okay, don't be upset. But the only way we know how to tell people not to be upset is to tell them why they shouldn't be upset. But meanwhile, those people know all of the things that you're going to say, and all it does is it minimizes how they feel, and then it compounds the guilt of how they feel. So now, not only do I feel like crap, but now I feel like crap for feeling like crap, which makes it even worse. It makes me feel worse. So what we need to do is to process through that feeling. We're allowed to have the feeling. We have two parts of us, right? There's a world and then there's a world. And like, why do we always assume that everything in this world is cool and everything in this world is not to be had? Well, this is as natural as this world over here. So when we're in this world, we should be saying, I get it, like, hey, friend of mine, I get that life sucks right now. You know what? I have days where I would also, fire and brimstone torch this whole place. Like, I get it. Like, I totally understand. And if you need me, I'm over here. Right here if you need me. It's cool. Live over there for a bit. Like, it's okay. It's normal. It's a normal process of life to have these moments, and sometimes these days, and sometimes weeks where you just can't. You just can't. And if it becomes a problem, if it interferes with your life, if you're losing friends, if you're losing family, if you're losing jobs, then maybe we need to tweak this living over here in this world. Maybe we need a perspective change. Maybe we need to figure out new coping mechanisms. But you don't need to instantly figure out a way to not be upset, right? Most people should be living or normally live in this middle ground here. It's not all woohoo, but it's also not everything sucks. Most people live in this kind of duality, dichotomy, like, it's a little bit of good and a little bit of bad at the same time. And every now and again, one side's going to win over the other side. And that's okay. So if you're feeling that way today, if life sucks and it's got you down, I'm here for you. Hopefully your friends and family are here for you. And whenever you need us, we're here. All right? So take it easy, take a breath, and have a good day.